Hey y'all, welcome to the Style Chronicles. Thought I would do a video on a great everyday MAC eye color. I get this question a lot. I get asked for suggestions on just a basic MAC color that you can wear in your crease, you know, just every day and then bump up at night, or, you know, even tone down a little bit more than just every day. So I'm going to share 3 with you that I have. Now, I am very, very pale, so these work perfectly for me. I'm not sure how they would work on, I'm sure if you're a little darker than me, like 1 or 2 shades, and I'm an NC15 for reference, so if you're like a 20, 25, you would be okay with these. If you are really dark, these might be your pale colors, if that makes any sense. So you might need to step it up a notch to like espresso or, you know, something like that for a really dark crease. Sorry. So let me just share these with you. And the reason why I say I'm going to share 3 is because I find that these shadows do pretty much the exact same thing on my lid or my eyebrows. And they are the colors that I use on my eyebrow every day, or, you know, in my crease. And that is MAC's Cork, Soba, and Wedge. And you hear me talk about them all the time. It's always one or the other that I am using. Right now, my Wedge, and I will show you, it's right here. This is Wedge. It is almost gone, but it is one of my absolute favorites. I repurchase it over and over again. You can see the rim, and it is a perfect, this is a, what is it? I think it's a satin or a matte. I can't remember it. They don't tell you on the back of these either. But Cork is another one, and the shades of the 2, you can see them, they are very, very similar, almost exact in terms of how they apply and how they look and everything. And like I said, I use these to fill my brows in and also in my crease every day. And typically Wedge is my go-to. That is the #1 color that I will tell you to go and get. But if you already have Cork or you have Soba, then you already have the color that I am talking about, because these are exactly the same. And here's Soba next to Wedge. And I know, you know, it's a bad kind of reference, because a bad way to reference it, because this one's so used up, but they are the same tones. So Wedge is something that I purchase over and over again. That's the shadow I would tell you go out and get. It's the one that works for me. That's what I use every single day. That is my everyday MAC eyeshadow. Like I said, if you own one of the other 2, you've already got Wedge, you really don't need it. This is Soba and this is Cork, just so you see them next to each other. You can see how similar they are. This is a satin, well, they're both satins. This is just a little, Soba's a little bit lighter. It also has, I think, some gold flecks to it. They're not noticeable when I use it. Like today, I used it for my brows. You don't notice them. And then Cork is a little bit more flat than Soba. And here they are next to each other, swatched, and you can see, I mean, they are pretty much the same shade. Soba, like I said, just has a little bit, this is Soba, has a little bit more gold to it than Cork. But those are, if you want an everyday MAC eyeshadow, because like I said, I get this question a lot, I would say pick up Wedge. And if you already have Soba or Cork, you really don't need Wedge. And if you're like me and you just hoard the same shades all the time, then you need all 3, because that's how I am. And you guys know I hoard the same shade. I don't care how many times I have it, in how many ranges, from how many brands. I have to have that shade all the time. And you can see this is one of my palettes. It's the same. I mean, brown, 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 taupe, you know, my nudes or my pales. It's the same. I mean, I buy the same shades over and over again. And I will admit to it, I'm not embarrassed about it. I'm actually proud of it. So that is what I would, you know, tell you to go out and get. Just a beautiful everyday color that I use everywhere on my brows and, you know, all in here. You can really, if you wanted to deepen it up, you can pack it on and really, really create a lot of depth. That's what I do here. This is just Soba that I used here, and then some Havana, and that's it. And I really like the effects that they give me. So thank you so much for watching. Let me know what your must-have everyday color is down below. It doesn't have to be MAC. I just get that particular question over and over again, so I thought I would go ahead and address it. And that is that. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.